So.
Whoa, look out. They're coming at you from Mojo Studio in Salt Lake City.
And HarpJoe. Killing it.
Killing it.
Do y'all hear that? Can you hear that? I got my lighter in the air. Well, my cell phone flashlight. Listen to that.
Sorry.
Oh no, I just turned that down a bit so that Main Joe's guitar could be heard, and yeah.
They're just riffing and having some fun. Little extra intro today. Hope you enjoyed it.
Extra, little more beauty, a little more beauty. That's why the attendants here should never mess with the control panel. Don't slide a volume knob down. Don't hit record.
Man, I would never do that.
No, I just made that mistake. First time I've done it, and last time. First and last time.
It was fine.
Don't do that again. Do not do that again.
So, listeners out there, the big question that comes to my mind when I witness musical talent like this that's here tonight is, first, how do you monetize it? Where do you start? How do you get your beginning? And it brings up the term busking, B-U-S-K.
Good call, dude. Good call.
Yeah.
There's this girl on YouTube I'm following right now, and that's basically how she's doing it. She's in Ireland, of all places, and she's got an amazing voice, a really solid guitar player, and she records all her busking sessions, posts them on YouTube. She's over 300,000 subscribers now.
May I ask?
So at this point, it's become a business.
Does she have her camera like on a tripod, or have somebody?
No, she has someone helping her and filming her. And sometimes she'll have people come in and busk with her, you know, and accompany her. And yeah, she's amazing. She's really good. Look her up, Allie Sherlock. Shout out.
Allie Sherlock, thank you. Yeah. I watched a busker in Croatia one time. I did not visit there. I saw this on YouTube. But it said, the caption said, from Croatia. Some guy in his mid-30s that was like the Dick Van Dyke from Mary Poppins, where he had like 9 instruments on him. He had a guitar out front, and each foot was on like a bass drum and a tambourine, and he had a little horn right here and a kazoo off to the side and a harmonica to the other side.
Awesome.
And the guy, it was like a 10-minute video.
Wow.
And it's been years since I've watched it, but I watched it several times.
There's lots of good busking videos out there. One of my favorite versions of that song, Zombie by the Cranberries, is by a busker on YouTube. Yeah, I'll try and link it down below. It's a really good version. I love it, man.
So I've never busked in my life.
Me either. No, I've dreamed about it, but
I think HarpJoe mentioned he has.
Kind of.
Well, no, I mean, I just I was in
New Orleans,
and I happened upon this dude like playing, and his name was like down in his luck, but he's playing great guitar.
Happened upon a dude, like in a park or in a
on the corner of like Bourbon Street and whatever. I mean, and this guy's like playing, but he's playing his ass off, and he sounds really good. So I just sat next
on guitar.
to him.
He was just
and I happened to the only harp I brought with me that night out on like the town was an A.
Never goes anywhere without it.
That's not true.
He does not leave the house without a harp on him. Is that true?
Not true.
DanJoe, is that true?
It's
not true. Oh, okay.
Well,
you just happen to have it.
And I will.
Yeah, you probably should.
Will.
It should be part of your keychain, dude.
It should. Because I mean, there's like more stories like upon that. But in New Orleans, this cat's like sitting there just jamming. And he's like, nobody's like paying any attention to him. So I just sat next to him and started playing the harmonica.
That's so cool, man.
And then all of a sudden, everybody's like,
yes, exactly my point.
And giving this guy his due. I said, this guy, pay this dude,
Well, did he have his guitar case open and he was accepting dollar bills and stuff?
He was playing some.
They're like serious. Where's your harmonica case? I want to drop $1 in your.
No, and I just sat next to him and I just played the harmonica with him. And then he was
I gotta get HarpJoe's number before I leave, because if I ever do busk, I gotta give him a call.
That cat, man. When I started playing, and then he elevated this stuff. So
I'm sure he appreciated it. And you raised each other up. I'm sure too.
Oh, and then people, and then they stopped and paid attention. attention, you know. And they're
Sure
like,
they did.
How long did you perform? Do you remember? Was it like
It was a couple
one or two
hours.
songs? Couple hours?
So I got thirsty.
That's
A lot of people are bringing me beers and stuff, and then I got thirsty, and I had to go get one of those 190 Hurricanes or something.
Fuck yeah, I love New Orleans. Shout
Oh
out
my
to New
God.
Orleans. Yeah, some of the best
was
music.
good.
Yeah,
It was good, and that was the same night. I was like playing outside this club, and I'm just like, and the dude stops, and goes, "Where is he?" And I'm like, and they're
so
like,
cool,
"What
man.
is it?" I heard the harmonica. Where is
How
he?
big of a band was it inside?
It was like 5-piece band, right?
Yeah.
And
With a full
they
drum
just
kit
called
and
me in.
everything.
They just called me in.
did
And
they
I-
set up a mic for you?
Yeah, no. One of the backup singers just slid aside.
Wow.
And let me fucking play harp.
That's awesome.
It was like, and we just jammed, you know. And they're just like, oh, yeah, this guy's freaking bomb, you know. Let's do this, you know.
That
And
must
they're
have
like,
been so
no,
cool.
and they got into that like heavy riff thing, you know, the guitar slam.
I'll bet they were amazed.
And then they're just like going, holy crap, this dude's like, and
He's
then
legit. He's legit.
And I go to break for the bar. I just want a beer or something. I just want to break for the bar. And they're like, no.
Well, it's
Come
coming
back,
to
come
you.
back,
It's coming
know?
to you.
Come back. Like, where are you from? Utah.
What the hell?
Where the hell's Utah?
How do you
know?
learn to play a harp like that in Utah?
It's a
From
city
where
in
I'm
Mississippi, man. Yeah, that's where he learns. That's how he does it.
I gotta get down and crazy with it too. You got like that deep Delta blues stuff, and I was like, wow. I mean, I was
Delta
just-
Blues. There's
I was-
another one I've got to learn.
I was
Delta
just
Blues.
hitting them up, and then they're just like going, like, who's this dude? And then, I mean, and then, you know, first of all, they caught me outside. I was just outside playing, and then they brought me in, and then I tried to leave. And no, you're not.
And you had one harp on you.
Yeah, it was my A harp.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, the same one I'm playing this intro to.
So
Because
when-
it just matches with the blues very. Because most of the time when they play the blues, they play it in the key of E, right?
Yeah, we did that earlier.
Or A.
Main-
A's my
main-
other favorite.
Manjo did
But
that
you can
earlier
play.
with E.
How many different keys can you play the blues in?
So listeners, please
Is it- it's not
follow
limited.
together with us.
I've got 14
But
different.
I know
keys.
I've played the blues in E, A, probably
Yeah.
C, and I
Yeah.
think G are my
Yeah.
primaries.
Yeah. I mean, and when those cats like when we were over at a place and they do that, you don't look back in anger and he played
Yeah.
sunny gets on, and that's a B sharp or something. And I matched the harp and I was like playing along with that.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
that was
So
amazing.
fun.
Yeah.
Listeners, you heard them play before in the key of E. Manjo did the E guitar blues progression, if you call it that.
Yeah.
And HarpJoe had he played accordingly, accompanyingly.
No,
And now they might, if we convince them long enough, I'll keep track of who's responding here. They might do the same in an A.
okay.
I'd love
And
to
then-
know if you guys could see the difference and know the difference.
So if you
'cause
play
I
an A,
struggle
I'm
with
gonna
it.
have to play a D, which is the only harp that I have that's like a wooden one, right?
A wood. You have a wooden harp.
Yeah.
They're not all metal.
No, this. So when you play an A, that's the D harp, right?
The D key. I don't know what that means.
Well, no, I mean it's like the first diatonic is D, but cross harp to A, right?
Okay,
Right. Let's see if I'm right.
listeners enjoy.
I
I followed the volcano. Couldn't look down for the heat. And I looked around the edges. Couldn't find a seat. I found one way down that mountain. It was for me.
The reason I had to stop is because that time I was playing bar chords essentially starting on the 5th fret, and it's quite the fucking spread. And my hand, I can only last so long, man. It's fucking tough.
Yeah.
So next time you go to a concert,
it's not tough for me.
Really, it doesn't. Not at all. Not your lips, because I know when I play the harmonica, sometimes my mouth will get like.
I love that. That is my favorite progression.
Oh, really?
I mean, we were killing it, right?
It was all right, man. I had fun. I just can't. I just can't last that long.
In front of it doesn't matter whether it's a crowd in the sidewalk or a crowd of 15,000 at USonic. You lay that down, and they will go crazy.
We'll get a couple bucks in our guitar case.
That's what I'm saying. They just go crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm
awesome.
saying. I just need to be Miranda's harmonica player.
You do. I'm going to promote that on my podcast. Shout out Miranda. Hey, if you're listening.
Yes. Your name is now
HarpJoe. Contact us at the Two Joes Podcast at gmail.com.
And she has a couple of songs with
We'll get you guys in touch.
Exactly. That's what I can play that. And then and all of your other songs I can play.
I know you can. Because I can play a little bit of lead, and that's one of the reasons why I kind of learned how to play lead, because then I could play along with anybody, any song.
I'm just like,
I know the patterns on the fretboard, and I got a decent enough ear, and I can just
That's
jam.
what I was talking about. That's my only wooden harp left.
on the innards. Then the case is metal.
And I've had it.
Obviously,
I mean, the rest of them are the Lee Oscar harps.
So I was going to say, tell me this: do you have a favorite type of harp? Is it Horner? Is it Oscar?
No, I just for some reason over the years it's like I kept this harp, and it's the wooden Blues Master Horner one, right? Mm-hmm. And all the rest of them are the Lee Oscar ones, which are the plastic. And
really?
You can put new reeds in them and all that stuff.
Oh wow! Is that why you got them? Is it because they're more serviceable?
I just got them because I just got them.
So I know, Mojo, you have a kit of harps. Do they all come in one kit at one time? Or did you add to this case that you have and just add
You can
harps
go
to
both ways.
So, but you got them all at once. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And what type are they?
They are right here.
Are they Horners?
They're Silver Creek.
Nice.
Silver Creeks. You've heard of them.
Yeah. And I think there's 7 of them.
Just whatever you do to learn to play, because they're totally portable, right?
But Horner's the famous one, right? They're the ones that have been around the longest.
Oscar is Lee Oscar.
I don't know if I've ever heard of Oscar, but
Lee Oscar.
Okay.
He was the harmonica player for War, right?
Oh. Interesting. I think I've heard of him. Yeah,
so he comes out and distributes his own line of harmonicas.
That's awesome, man.
And this was 20 years ago. This is a long time ago.
That's so cool.
But it's like I guess people got out of favor trying to learn how to play it, and I'm just like, it's not that hard to do. It's just a freaking play.
I was going to say, to some degree, it's not that bad. I learned on YouTube videos, and I can pick out notes, and I can move around pretty decent. I haven't practiced enough to get any good at it. But like I said, I've never been able to bend a note, and I've tried. I mean, someday you and I are going to have to sit down, and you're going to have to teach me, man, because I'd love to learn how to bend a note and play.
It's not that hard, though.
Have you bent a note? Can you bend a note?
No.
Because if you would have said yes, I would have said, break it out, dude. Let's hear it.
And in fact, I might have before, but didn't know
by accident.
Didn't know if I was doing it.
I think maybe once I did it by accident.
But it's also the appreciation for music, right? We all have that appreciation. Love song, the ones that we play guitar for or whatever. It's just like musicality is the thing, and I mean, it's just like
HarpJoe. I've got a difficult question for you. Well, not for you, actually. It's for your wife.
Me too.
Right here. I have a difficult question for you.
Step up to the mic.
And no, she doesn't have to respond to this.
Okay.
We're going to leave it out there.
Okay,
just going to leave it out there.
Okay.
But from what I've heard tonight, would you consider being the third Joe? Whenever you're able. I mean, me and Joe and I go every week.
Dude, you keep doing this. You did this with Becky too, man.
I would love her too.
Well, exactly.
I'd love that too.
Let's just say anytime you're available, we'd love to have you on the cast. That's all you have to say.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
The third Joe. It's the Two Joes podcast.
Yeah, you're right.
And we'll take, any of these guys, Becky, Todd, for example, HarpJoe, Whenever you're available.
DanJoe,
yeah, please show up. Yeah, I'd love to have JoJo back. He totally cracks me up.
What I'm saying is show up more fucking often. Would you please?
There you go. Now I got it.
I can't promise you that because it's like when
we're busy, aren't we? We're busy. But Sunday nights, you know.
We try.
Yeah, I hear you.
And
you guys travel a lot, too.
It happens to be a holiday weekend, too.
Yes.
Right?
I'm surprised you're not out in your RV, actually.
Yeah, why not? Because
everything's crowded.
Everybody's out there this weekend.
I tell you what, when we go out, it's like...
They go out Tuesday.
Fucking paradise.
During the week, because you can and stuff, yeah.
Where we go, it's like people wish they were there.
Yes.
I
did that once. I went to Bear Lake after the holiday. There was no one there.
Because we grew up like with our families doing RV stuff and like teaching us and thinking they knew more than we did. And you know what?
You guys got it down.
Yeah, we do our thing.
That's awesome. Do. I'll drive by their home on a morning when I'm going to get a breakfast burrito or something, and I'll see their big truck and their travel trailer is gone. And it's Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. We wonder where they went. But wherever they went, it was heaven. It was secluded. It was by a lake or a river.
I think you can pretty much bet he has a harp with him.
Yeah. Do you take your harps anywhere you travel?
I do. She reminds me to do that.
Nice. So coming back to DanJoe for a minute. So you got a good musical ear. We know that because of the story HarpJoe said when you help him pick out the right harp. So musically, how come you haven't come out more? Break out of your shell a little bit. I imagine if you got that good of an ear, I bet you can carry a tune.
I can't sing, but I played the violin.
She tells you
in
that.
Junior high, but then I got into soccer and quit the violin.
So I guess then my question becomes, why haven't you picked up something else?
Well, I have a ukulele.
I
want to play.
Yes.
Very cool. I'm a big uke fan. When I went on vacation last summer, that's what I brought with me because you can travel with it easily on the plane.
She needs somebody to
every day.
inspire her to play it and tune it and
got
play
it. I've got I got a beautiful little chart of the basic chords and everything. I'll bring it and I'll give it to Mojo and he'll give it to you.
We have a song that
would
we
be
haven't
so
played
cool.
together yet.
So do you think a harp would go with a uke?
Oh,
I don't know if I've ever heard that.
Me?
But why not? Yeah, why not, huh?
As long as
I would love to hear
key,
it.
Right?
I would love
to
to hear
it.
Yeah.
Love to hear it. And I do know at least one song I can teach you on the uke, DanJoe. I know one song I can teach.
Very cool. I'm excited.
And,
yeah.
It's a fun one.
New
really
jammer.
Fun.
We're gonna sing this song called "Setting the World on Fire" together, and that's gonna be so.
That's
she's
cool.
gonna be playing on the ukulele and singing it, and then I'll just harmonize with her and play the harmonica.
That's so cool.
That's our goal.
May I beg you do it on this podcast?
Not tonight.
Or at least prior. No,
not
not tonight, of course. But
it will. Yeah, if you want, that'll work.
Yeah, I want very much. Very much.
I learned this.
Little badass. She's awesome.
I think so.
Marker.
Yeah.
It is.
I think so. I think she's going to be a good addition to the.
The
jam.
no joke. When she gets out uke down, they'll be like.
It's going to be fun. It's such a happy instrument. I love the marker. That's okay, man.
DanJoe.
I just might take an extra day to get this out with all the editing.
It might. It's gonna take him like 5 Diet Cokes.
I love the sessions where I don't have to edit anything. But if I have to edit, it's okay. It's just gonna take me a little longer.
Yeah. That's another segment on that one. How many segments have you not had to edit at all?
About 2.
Yeah.
The third one with Todd Sylvester and the third one with Becky. No editing.
No editing.
Just straight up loaded up. Yeah. Great.
But back to so DanJoe, did you ever play with Shy Joe the Ook when he would bring his Ook over? Do you know Shy Joe?
She knows who Shy Joe is, but he just started playing at the very tail end. Before he kind of had the thing.
And had a couple good nights where he would restrict himself to one down strum at the right time.
Right.
And it added to the music.
He's definitely got timing. He's a decent singer, so the uke's going to come to him.
What I love is like DanJoe has like musical taste. And when she starts learning songs and when she picks up a song, that song, that first song that she picks up is going to be incredible. We're going to be like blown away.
It's going to be a really nice little addition.
I'm ready for that, you know.
And Mojo's got all the songs that are on my iPad right there in that little stick.
He gave me a little,
he can definitely give them to you,
yeah.
so you'll have plenty to practice.
Ready to go. And you live about, 280 yards away, so there's no excuse for us to not play some ook. There's no
Very
excuse.
fun. I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, man. You just wait. She'll kill it, man. I'm telling you.
You know, the best part of the year is coming up. September, October, the best part of the year.
She'll kill it. And
soon we'll hit our last hot day of the year, and it's going to be freaking awesome. My sprinklers will be done.
Yeah.
Nothing
we'll
better
sit on that deck.
than a sexy, amazing girl playing music and singing.
I know.
Right?
Okay, I'll say then, sexy, amazing girl. You're not going to tell me to stop. I won't stop that.
Mojo Studio.
Oh, yep. No, sexy, amazing girl playing an ukulele.
It's going to be cool. Yeah. It's going to be awesome, man.
It's going to be dynamite. Yeah.
That was a great sound effect right there.
Well, the
ice cubes sound good, don't they?
Yeah. Taking a pull and need to like every intro to your
clink clink.
So, Manjo and I follow a guy called Jimmy Dore on YouTube, and every live
he's
show
been
he
doing
does
a lot of
with,
those recently. They're pretty fun.
He's
been doing
and
a lot.
He's got an
he's
audience of I don't know, 50 or 100 people. I don't know I don't know where it is, but
all over the place.
He's always got a martini glass in front of him with 3 olives and
3 olives. I never noticed that, but yeah.
So what I love about this harmonica, the D harp.
Yeah.
So I was in Seattle,
right,
for Fleet Week, right, and I'm in my Chiefs uniform, and I'm in this bar.
What year was this?
1992 or 3.
It's a good year. Good year.
Yeah, something like that. No. It was more in the 2000s, I think. No, it was like 90.
When did you get out of the Navy? What year?
2005.
Okay, wow.
So no, this was on my last ship, and it was like 2002 or something. We were on a port visit in Seattle, and we went down to the Pioneer Square area. It's like where the bars are, and this guy goes, "Hey, got all these sailors. Any of you sailors want to come up and sing and whatever?" And I got, and they all like pat me on the back, and they send me up there, right? So this harp, and it was really. So the song was Roadhouse Blues, right? So they play Roadhouse Blues by the Doors, right?
Nice.
Keep your eyes on the road and hands upon the wheel, right? And then this guy goes, he's like sitting there playing the keyboard, and he hands me this harmonic. He goes, "Hey man, see what you can do with this." And I went, I just went. I just start breaking it down, and then the owner of the bar is this black guy named Charles. He just comes up and he's got his hat in his hand, and he's like going, "Holy crap! There's no way this dude just like breaking a harmonica down like this, right?
Breaking it down, making it cry."
And the main singer of the bar, the band, he's like, "Man, you got to come over to Tacoma or wherever the fuck we're at." I'm like, I'm in the
freaking Navy, dude.
I'm like, our ship's like that.
Kind of committed.
I'm not going to be able to make it over there. I'll be lucky if I can make it back in my ship tonight or whatever. He's like, dude, that was like the coolest thing I've ever seen. His name is Tim Taylor. It was the Tim Taylor Band. And I just get up there and I just like break it down.
Wow.
And they're just like, the whole bar's just like,
dude,
nuts.
Every band needs a harmonica player.
And that's what I'm
saying. Speaking of which,
that's what I'm saying.
I know of a guy that plays in a band, and they're amateurs, but they're solid. I mean, they play in VFWs and they play in Pat's Barbecue a lot.
They should.
And oh my God, if I could hook you guys up, I might be a hero to them.
Trader Manjo, come on, man, he's ours.
So
we got to get more to our gigs.
They need a harmonica player.
like I said, every band,
Every
needs a
jam
harmonica
group,
player.
every group of
They
friends.
play Petty.
everybody.
They play.
Do you think I'd
Pink
like
Floyd? They
I'd be
play-
okay? Like fit in? I mean,
I think so. I don't know. Anyway, I'm hoping to play with them someday, just to sit in on a song or two. It's my dream. But,
All right.
we'll
So
see.
all right. Here's the deal.
Speaking of which, did you go to Bassman's?
No.
You didn't go.
So here's the
I didn't
deal.
either. I didn't either.
Here's the deal, sir. When you go and you're making like $25 an hour, give me a call.
Dude, I make more than that now programming.
No, he's talking music.
I was gonna say I'm gonna hire him to play while I program.
Is that, you know what?
I need a little accompaniment here.
Right
Woo,
now.
I'm typing out. Keep going, man. I'm writing some good code, dude.
That's got to be worth our time, right?
Yes, it will be.
But music's so cool. Music's awesome.
So cool.
Look at this guy. He's gonna play some.
All right.
So you got a D in your hand, correct?
Yeah.
So if I was gonna cross harp that to my chords,
A.
A.
Uh-huh.
I'm just
You
gonna
just
make.
did
I'm,
an A.
I'm
You
gonna.
guys just did
I
an
know,
A.
but I'm gonna make something up.
All right.
Something totally different. Something
Play
just.
key of A, and I'll just.
Yeah, I'm
we'll
just gonna pick
destroy
some
it.
chords here. So there's my A. And then I'm gonna go D. I often like G with that. And then I'll just end on A. So there's 4-chord progression. And it goes something like this.
That's 4 or 3.
Okay.
It's 4, because I'm ending on A,
Let's do
starting on A.
this.
Oh, okay. There's nothing I can say. Gonna find another way.
And that's how easy it is, folks.
Truly. Truly.
That was like pretty easy.
That was
That's a hit song. At least top 40.
Really? Hey, I'm sure.
I would buy that.
In a concert, I mean, we just like chicks
yeah.
throwing bras at us.
that felt like a kind of a challenge from Main Joe to Harp Joe. That I've got this little progression I want to try. It's a 4-chord, and you mixed up the tempo
Well, he asked me, he
and
said,
changed it up
"What
and
key
made
is
it quick.
that?"
And
Yeah.
his cadence was there, and that was just beautiful music. Beautiful music.
The reason I knew those 4 chords would go together is because I've learned so many songs over the years, and some songs learn those use those 4 chords.
And why not?
Simple
That's
enough.
it.
Simple enough.
And you just like
Got it.
tear it up.
A little bit of rhythm in that right hand, and yeah,
just play the harmonica.
too fun, man.
You know?
Too fun. All right, so let's challenge you again. Pick a different harp, any harp.
Okay.
Pick your favorite harp, and tell me what the cross chord is, and let's see if we can do something, just for fun.
John Mellencamp song. Your favorite? Pink
Well,
Houses.
no. Don't, I can't play it. I don't know it. I'm telling you to pick a harp that you want to play, not that one, a different one.
Okay.
Tell me
that's why I was-
tell me what the cross is, and then I'll see if I can pick out some chords, and we'll see if we can do another one like that.
Tell you what the cross is.
Yeah, tell me, because I have a chart, but it's at home.
This is a high one. This is
All right,
So
what do you got?
So the first chord is an F, but the,
F. That's
But
a
the
challenge for
second-
me. All right,
it's
F.
a C.
So if I start with an F though, if my first chord is an F, no.
I'll play in C because I crossed.
Because so what do you got there? What is that?
So I know that song, "Don't Look Back in Anger."
Right.
Yeah, that's in the key of C.
So I should start with a C then. Okay, I'll start with a C then.
Yeah.
C's easy.
Right.
I was just going to get rolling with
Oh,
the lyric.
no!
It's about to start.
Oh, so how did I do?
Gentlemen,
How did I
thank you.
do?
Top notch, bro.
Fantastic.
That was
Thank
fun.
you, gentlemen. Thank you.
So fun. That was just two chords. That was just C and G. I was just alternating, adding a little accent in there, and you were.
But the
tight,
main
man,
chord
right
is
with
F,
me.
but it's a higher chord. It's a higher like
Pitch, key,
pitched
It was
harmonica.
beautiful.
So that's one that I played over at. So that when that dude was playing "Don't Look Back in
Yeah,
Anger,"
yeah.
that's this key. You know, hey, don't look back in anger. I mean,
Yeah. Chuck Joe, P. Joe does a great job of that song.
Yes.
Yeah.
He does a good
Yes.
job of that, really.
He does.
that's really fun.
that's
and it's
definitely
just
his song.
fun. This is like
Yeah.
jam out, man. It's like I got the
Absolutely.
key. I'll just make it
Make it happen.
because it sounds good. Right?
Sounds great.
Man, well.
All right. Yeah, we can wrap it up here. We're at 33 minutes. We've had too much fun this segment.
Great segment.
Yeah, that's
Perfect.
that's a solid segment.
So, then, may I ask before we leave now?
Sure.
And this one's for the listeners. You guys have done a blues progression now in E and A.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, and you have others. You can do it in any of them, like
F.
D, F, G.
Well, he did
any of
F.
them.
He did F.
I'm not. Yeah, E and A are my primaries. I don't know if I could do. I mean, if I had my iPad in front of me, I could probably
Yeah.
do a G and a C. But
What's cool is he didn't have an iPad and I didn't either, and we freaking
Well, yeah,
jammed
that's
it
just
out.
Made
it.
it happen. Yes.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
killed it. It sounded-
I'm good at picking out 2, 3,
You know?
4 chords and just making up a rhythm and going with that. We could do that on the
That's
jam
what-
out.
that's
Main
what
Joe
was
is
most
our
important.
rhythm skipper. He really
don't
is.
need-
Rhythm
We don't need-
skipper. I'm gonna get T-shirt.
T-shirt. Yes. Rhythm skipper.
We don't need no stinking electronics, man. Let's just jam.
Okay.
Just play the instrument. Yes.
Let's do it. Let's do instead of using our typical Two Joes podcast jam out music. Let's do a jam out. Me and HarpJoe and get some lyrics going.
What's that
Start
Oasis-
early,
the
sooner rather than
Oasis,
later.
The Oasis song was like
Today
no,
was going to be
the other Champagne Supernova.
It's a champagne
So many
supernova
things
in the
ever
sky.
strange.
I'm saying we do another original. Fuck that.
All right, or whatever.
No,
I don't have
no,
my
that's-
iPad.
yep.
So
Where
pick a
were
different harp.
you
Let's mix it up
when we
again.
were
Let's just go
getting
crazy.
high? what
Pick
key
a
are
harp.
you in?
I don't. What key are you in? And then cross harp me.
Are you
Let's-
serious?
Yeah, let's just do it. I love
You
this
did it
challenge.
last time, yeah.
we've done it twice now.
What I found interesting, I was in the kitchen making a drink, and I heard Casey say the first thing I've ever heard him say this was, "You want me to tell you to cross?"
Yeah. Tell me what you want me to cross to, and I'll figure it out.
B.
B. Ooh, he's challenging me. I love this. The Two Joes podcast. We'll be right back.
No, we're not going anywhere. We're staying right here. It's Christmas morning. Can't stop singing and coming along for the ride. Everything that's happened to me. I hear that music and I'm feeling good 'cause it's happened to me. Got the perfect way. Coming. Well, it's my time.